he steps in now.
Yeah. Bright them lights, aren't they?
Right on it. Ryan, Alp Cup tonight. Are you proud of your team?
Yeah, immensely proud to keep a team of Tottenham's ilk at bay for as long as we did, and then lo and behold, a world-class player puts a world-class finish in. So though the first half was fantastic, I thought we held them at bay and let them go round the outside, and we got a few blocks in, stopped crosses. Thought we were excellent, and then obviously, you know, moment of brilliance from Son, isn't it, and puts one in. And then the second one, I felt we could have dealt with a little bit better, but again, another world-class finish. And the third one was a little bit of a sucker punch, a bit of a soft one, because Liam Lindsay's ready to intercept it and slipped. But in the build-up to that, we probably should have had a foul. The only one little bit of disappointment was we probably could have done a little bit better with the ball more. But again, in saying that, when you're up against world-class players, it's hard to do that. So, but immensely proud of the group. You know, been a fantastic day and evening. Yeah, we haven't won all, but I think we've given a good account of ourselves.
Did that first half go pretty much as perfect?
More than right down to the tee, I think. Yeah, and even yeah, it did. We probably could have caused a couple more problems going forward, but because we were defending so well, to get bodies up the pitch at times, I thought Ched was fantastic in his hold-up play, and there weren't enough power and pace and speed to get up to him to help him. So obviously they get numbers back with they're different breeds, aren't they, the top boys, and you know, the power and pace and energy out of them. But yeah, the perfect first half performance, I must say.
What can you take from the match going forward?
Well, I always know I'm going to get, you know, effort and commitment off the group. I know that anyway, because that's what we've had all season. You know, I've said loads of times that sometimes the quality levels when you're getting in certain areas lets us down, but it's not for the lack of trying. I'll take a lot out of that game in terms of our defensive structure was solid as it has been most of the part this season. We obviously do need to be a little bit more better in the attacking third, but we've shown that. But against top quality players and teams, it's hard to break down. But we'll take a lot from it. I said to the group in there, well done. You know, the FA Cup's over now until another year, and we try and get back to winning games of football in the Championship. That can hopefully take us where we want to try and get to.
You mentioned Ched, he did work his socks off for you, didn't he, up top there?
Yeah.
As did Tom.
The two of them did, yeah. And again, you know, you're coming up against I don't know, I have to watch it back tonight, but I think there was a few little niggles and fouls, and them top players know how to bump you and just get you off guard, and yeah, I think that's what we did. But I thought Ched and Son ran the socks off and battered and bruised a little bit. We went with a flat 3 in there today just to make sure we were solid and resolute, because we felt we needed to. Hence why Son comes out one side and dips the shoulder and gets a shot from 30 odd yards out. I thought we kept them at bay for that, and I think the only way they were going to score was potentially with a worldy shot like he did.
It's hard to be critical when you're playing such good opposition, isn't it? But I think he took something maybe just to you.
Yeah, well, I said to the group in there then, and the fantastic, as I've said loads and many times, I said, could we have done a little bit better with the ball in possession? And he said, yeah. But when you've got Son closing you down and Kulafeski and the rest of them, and you know, it's easy for me to say that and us to say that from the sides, isn't it, and watching, but they don't give you a minute. You know, they're right on you, and you know, they didn't really allow us to play. But I felt at times we could have worked some patterns of play to get us down the sides of them and over the top of them. But ultimately, they've got good players. That's what we do now.
There's been some difficulty playing here at home. It's been well documented, hasn't it? But it was a real feel-good.
Excellent. Listen, the fans, thanks to them, because they drove us on there as well. You know, before the game, the atmosphere was excellent. There was excitement. I know we probably can't get there all the time because it does cost a lot of money to come and watch games, and we need to do our bit, of course. We've said that many times. But I thought the atmosphere was fantastic tonight. And if we can get that going forward, that'll certainly help us turn our home form around, definitely. Cheers.
Right, he's in a flat 3 midfield. It seemed almost like Ryan was the deep one.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
Ben Whiteman running forward, you explain that?
Well, when I say running forward, there was a flat 3 just because they were 3 basic midfielders, aren't they? Ryan, Ben and Ali. And we just felt to keep that shape. Without going too tactical on it, it was a case of they want to come inside the pitch a lot, Tottenham Hotspur, and good players do, and we felt let them go round us. So if you notice, when Ben was out one side Ali swung round as a 2 in midfield, and we just didn't have that 8 in terms of bombing forward, because if we would have, they've got good players dropping into pockets, and you'd expect Harry Kane to play, or Richarlison who can drop into pockets like Son, and we felt we needed to stop that, and we did do that, especially the first half, and we done that most of the game really, until we changed to a 1 and a 2-8 when Ryan come off. But he obviously broke that pattern, Son, didn't he, when he comes in on his left foot and puts it in the top bin. So it worked to an extent, definitely, but ultimately when you're up against quality players, sometimes it doesn't work.
Ben White gets forward pretty well when kind of given that license.
Yeah, he does, but listen, again, the game plan was to keep them at bay, and we felt we'd go with 3 midfields in there and Ryan the middle one, so we can screen Kulusevski or Son, or if it was Kane, or so we felt that if we could do that, it'd help us a little bit, getting them pockets, and Ali and Ben having the energy either side of them. So listen, as I say, tactically it worked for large parts, because they couldn't come through the middle of us, but when you get a strike away from 30 odd yards, it's a little bit hard to deal with, isn't it?
Obviously that side worked, but then I mean it's easy after the fact, but there's only part of you thinking, well, we sorted that bit, maybe we should have got a little more, maybe just create a few more.
We probably should have. I said to the group in there then that we could have been a little bit better with the ball and created a few more. We turned down a few crossing opportunities, and I think the set plays weren't as good as they've been. If when you're playing against them teams, like the keepers come and caught one, and we've hit the first man on one, and some wide free kicks, we had a little bit of joy, Liam Lindsay knocked one back across, and if we were going to score, we were going to score with something that, whether it was a set play or a bit of a cross into the box, that we could cause a little bit of trouble with Ched getting on the end of it, or hustling and bustling, and maybe a fall to someone like Tom, or a set play as a free kick. Because they've got quality players, you can't open Tottenham Hotspur up. I know Premiership teams have scored against them, but with all due respect, we have to make sure we try and do something a little bit different, and that was the plan. Out of possession, in possession, we probably could have done a bit better, yeah.
With all the big names though, performance of Ched, who is traditional number 9, I mean...
Fantastic, really. Yeah, we'll have to shut him down for a bit now, because that's his first game back after a few weeks, and he'll be battered and bruised like he always is. And we took him off the last couple of minutes for a rousing reception, because he deserved it. He's been fantastic. But yeah, that's what he gives us. We've got to have people get up to him as well and support him a little bit more, like we could have tonight, but again, their energy levels were a bit different to ours. But I thought the lads worked the socks off as well in that department.
Good learning curve?
Yeah, it is. It's good moments really, and I think it's good moments for everyone associated with the football club, fans as well. And we haven't done ourselves any harm in terms of getting beat the way we've got beat. I thought we were well in the game. I think they'll have spoke really high of what we've done and how we done it. Yet we could do a little bit better with the ball. But we're not going to come up against the Tottenham Hotspur every other week, are we? Or every week, so that's a godsend if you ask me. And then we get back to dealing with Championship level players and standards of what we want to try and achieve in the Championship.
Obviously in the last few days of the transfer window, are you expecting anything?
I knew you were going to ask me that. Potentially, yeah. Potentially.
Hoping for what, 1, 2?
No, yeah. We'll only if we need to, or if the right one comes available, we'll probably try and get one. That's just because Shawnee's gone on. I think Adam O'Reilly's moving on as well. Matthew Sunday hopefully moves on. Mikey's gone out on loan, so although we've got a couple of youngsters in the building with us, if there's one out there that suits us and can help us, we'll have a go at it.
What area? Forward area or right wing back? I know that they're two, aren't they? But is someone in mind?
A forward area type player, yeah.
Cool. Cheers, right.
So definitely not a centre back.
Just gives the whole club a taste of what it could be if we got to that top flight one day, games like
Are you putting more pressure on me now, George? it does, it's fantastic. And I said to Tim and to Marge, what an atmosphere, when it was a proper game, wasn't it? When the big boys come to town, that's what happens. But we've got a long way to go before we do that. I think the fans were immense tonight. But they're the games you want to be playing, isn't it? Every other week, or every week you want to be playing them type of games, and to see Deepdale packed to the rafters like that was brilliant for me, and that was a special occasion for me.
You were light on forwards where you could have done maybe one.
Yeah, we could have. Yeah, well, Sod's law in it. No, with Liam, I said to him actually the other day. I said, Hartlepool away to stop you doing this for Stoke, and that's no disrespect to Hartlepool or Stoke, but he'd have been chopping at the bit to play tonight when he against Tottenham Hotspur, and he sort of like, I know, yeah. So that was a bit of a kick in the teeth for him. And then obviously Troy with his parent club, he's been chopping at the bit. You know, but we ultimately understand we have to respect that he's not our player, he's Tottenham Hotspurs and he's only loaned to us and borrowed to us, so you know we have to respect that. But yeah, if we'd had one or two one of them two are available, it might give us a bit of fresh impetus as well.
You have a chat with Antonio, is it on time?
Well, you have kept me for a while. I did get him a bottle of wine, whether he comes in or not, I don't know. So if I get 5 minutes with him, then great, yeah.
So do you want another striker, or is it attacking midfielder, or...?
How many strikers do you want?
That's what I mean.
No, we won't. It'll be hopefully an attacking player, whatever that looks like. Someone who can play in the eights, someone who can play just off the strikers, with the strikers. Someone that may be able to give us something on the wings. You know, we'll just look for something that. But we've already got a couple of irons in the fire, but it's got to be right fit, and they've got to understand they're coming into a team that we're doing okay in the Championship, and there's no guarantees of playing, because I've got, you know, another 7 or 8, 9 players who are chomping at the bit to get in the squad, let alone the team. So, you know, I have to give them the courtesy. But if one's available that suits, we'll do something.
Expecting anybody else to leave, are you?
No, definitely not. No. I think the ones who'll go will. Matthew will hopefully sort his situation out before Tuesday. Adam O'Reilly will sort his situation out, and Shawnee and Mikey's on loan. That's it. There'll be no more loans or anyone leaving. All sorted, yeah. Cheers, lads. Thanks.